Hey y'all, I am Daniel Aaron, your guide to vibrant living and trainer of preeminent yoga teachers around the world. And you might wonder if something is off. And you may have had the experience of hearing a shoe fall and then waiting for the point of this story is for you if you are a yoga teacher, or even for those of you who are in class, because a bunch of people have asked me about this, and that's the reason that I'm telling you this now. Why do I sequence in the ways that I do? And for those of y'all who haven't been to a class with me and don't know what I'm talking about, what I have done is I've taken a concept from neurolinguistic programming and storytelling called nested loops, or that's one way of saying it, or another way of saying it is starting to tell a story. Because earlier today, I went for a swim in this water here and it's really cold. And part of the reason I did that, do y'all hear that? That might be the sound of your genius kicking in. And the thing that I love about genius is it's already inside you. And for us as teachers, in order to bring it outside of you from the inside out, part of what we need to do is train ourselves to be present, attentive. And one of the greatest ways I know of doing that is, to get into some cold water, man! Are we attentive? Awake! And as yoga teachers, our job might be to awaken people, or to invite them, more accurately, to ring an alarm bell. Ding! And the way it works for me, or one of the ways it works with sequencing, is I say, okay, everybody, let's do this, and then let's do this, and then let's do this. But then rather than say going to the other side and do this and this and this, I'll say, oh, you know what? And now let's do this, and let's do this, and then let's do this. And then somewhere along the way, we come back and yes, we do that and that and that on the other side too. And we weave it through. Not haphazardly though, please. If y'all are gonna try this at home or in your own studio, do it with an intelligent approach to sequencing so you're building. And I'll tell you more about sequencing and more about storytelling another time if you are interested. The idea though of these funky sequences, and oftentimes people say, well, how do you remember? And the short answer is I don't always remember. The better answer though, perhaps, and that's okay, you know what, if you miss one thing on one side, the world is not going to collapse. People aren't going to walk around like this all the rest of the day. It's not going to happen like that. It's okay. And do your best to remember, of course. How I remember though, one of my greatest insights is it's like going out into the woods and getting lost. When I first started teaching this way, I would do this and do this and this. Oh, and that would I do this and do this. And then somewhere about halfway through the class, I'm like, oh my God, I have like 12 open loops. How am I gonna bring this back? And then, this is how I discovered, I'd get tense, like, oh, what if I don't remember? What are they gonna think about me? And I should have forgot. And then it's like, if I relax and breathe and trust and know that it's okay, it all comes back. It's a miracle. It all does come back. And the great thing about it, tapping into your genius and opening up your students' genius, is you do want to have some cold water into the practice that is challenging, and at the same time, just by sequencing in this way, just by starting a story and then letting it trickle through and come back in later, you open up people's attention and they're present. They're waiting for the other shoe to step forward onto the mat, if you know what I'm saying. All right, y'all, tidbit on sequencing, storytelling, nested loops, cold water, your genius, and most importantly, your service in opening up the genius of your students. Or, more accurately, those people who come to you for class, the students who honor you with their presence. We don't own any of them. And with that, y'all, I am Daniel Aaron. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.